Alright, well we are filming this video about 2 minutes after having finished our last Cobra Kai video.
Yep.
And in the end of that last video, I mentioned how we might come up with an idea for a future Cobra Kai video. Maybe I can come up with another Cobra Kai video to make. Probably not. We'll see. I'll probably come up with something. And in the last 2 minutes, well, really in the last 30 seconds, we came up with one. And so we're just going to film it very quickly.
Yes.
And I'll just release it at some point. I don't know. Brienne was sitting here, and she was like, let's talk about the things I want to see in season 3.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's just make a video of it. Like, let's record what you want to see. So what do you want to see in season 3?
Yeah, so I want to see Sam's reputation and her relationships with a lot of different characters, just to see her redeemed, to become, back to where she was at the beginning in season 1. I would really like to see that. And then I would like to see Johnny and his son's relationship to be mended.
Oh, that'd be great.
Because you see, like, the struggle the entire time, and you see Johnny really wanting to try, but his son's like, no, like, I'm done with you. I don't want any type of relationship with you. And he's, like, wants to be, like, all about his mom. But then his mom ends up, turning around and being not there for him.
Yeah. She's going to rehab, though. What's interesting is that the same day that his mom finally checked into rehab is the day when Sam went and got drunk.
Yes.
So literally, it's like, think about the irony there. Like his mom, like the excitement being like, oh my gosh, like my mom's finally getting her life figured out. And then like his girlfriend goes and like begins turning into the mom kind of. It's like, oh, that's, you can get why he was like, maybe he shouldn't do this. Like, it's like, but yeah, so I'd like to see that as well. Also, if Sam doesn't get a redemption arc, I'd like Miguel and Robby to both move on and like find somebody better.
Yes.
Not Tori. I'd like to, or just, they don't need a romantic interest. I don't care. Like, I usually like romance, but like, I want to like both of the characters. I do like both Miguel and Robby, so I want them to have good, solid girlfriends. And maybe Tori will be redeemed. I don't know.
Maybe.
Also, Ali seems to be coming in. Right? Ali from the Karate Kid.
Yes.
She seems to be coming in. And it seems like maybe they're going to start putting Johnny and her together. But I don't know. It seems like Daniel and Amanda's marriage seems kind of shaky.
Yes.
And obviously, I have a very high view of marriage, and I think divorce should be like a last thing you do. Last resort. That's the word I'm looking for. It should be a last resort thing.
Yeah.
But that's not how Hollywood works, and that's not how movies work. People nowadays typically get divorced over little things and stuff. So it could be that they're setting it up for them to maybe get a divorce so that Johnny and Daniel are fighting over Ali again.
Another thing to
And I was thinking about that because I was like, what if they finally got together over the karate? Because the thing is, you want that conflict, right?
Yes.
As a writer, it's kind of like whenever you watch a TV show and you've got that will they, won't they thing going on. And then whenever the couple finally gets together, it loses a lot of the intrigue. Even though you get frustrated with the will they, won't they.
Yeah.
But there's still intrigue there. And whenever the couple gets together, you're like, So with Daniel and Johnny, it's like you don't want them to be butting heads so long. Because even I was getting annoyed by it in season 2. I was like, y'all just need to talk.
Right.
But that would be, I was just thinking, as a writer, what do you do? And typically what happens is whenever things are going well for a person, you either kill somebody off or just change their life drastically.
Right.
Well, Daniel, what if this whole thing causes him to get a divorce with his wife? And then him and Johnny finally mend things, and they even combine their dojos, kind of. But then all of a sudden, Ali shows up, and they're fighting for Ali again. That would cause conflict again. I'm like, as a writer, that's gold, right? It's like you take it from the fight, and now you're fighting over like a girl. It's like, there's the conflict again. So I could see that possibly being a thing. I hope not, because I hope, like, even though I don't like Amanda LaRusso that much, I don't like divorce. And so I'm like, hey, I hope that they stay together. And I haven't seen anybody talking about a possible divorce. But as a writer, I'm looking at it and I'm like, it seems like that could be a possible setup because that would add good conflict.
Yep.
I hope that doesn't happen, but that's just, if we're talking about predictions here, that's a possibility.
Yep.
But what other things were you wanting to see?
Yeah, my third thing that I really want to see is for Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do to join forces and become one. Because you can see that they both are able to work with each other. They're able to compromise. They're able to talk it out. It just takes them actually sitting down and doing it. So they have the capability to do it. And I think if they both join forces, that would be really cool. That would be really cool.
What do you think about Kreese? Like, what do you think is going to happen with him?
I don't think he's going to leave as easily as it made it seem like he was going to. Like, I just don't believe. Just the type of persistence that he had throughout the season, there's no way he's just going to, like, throw in the towel because he told him to get out of his dojo. And he's going to be like, okay, yeah.
I feel like the only way Kreese's character arc can end would have to be through him dying somehow.
Really?
I don't know if that's right. Because I just can't imagine him being alive and, like, just leaving. You know?
Yep.
Even if he has a redemption arc somehow, which that would be very difficult. It could happen. I don't see, even if he had a redemption arc, I don't see him leaving. That's the thing. Like, so either he would have to continue being a main character, which I think might get drawn out a little bit because you have a lot of main characters, and the main intriguing thing about Kreese is that he's a bad guy. And so if you gave him a redemption arc, he wouldn't really serve a purpose in the show anymore, but I can't see him just going.
Yeah.
So it's almost like he would have to, like, to me it seems like either way he's got to die somehow.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like that would have to be like a fitting end. And if he dies, I would think they'd give him a redemption arc.
Yeah.
If he stays bad, I would think they would have him leave.
Yeah.
You know? And also, there could be other characters that come in from other Karate Kid movies. I haven't rewatched Karate Kid 2 or 3 or the next Karate... I haven't rewatched any of those recently. We just rewatched the first Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Because, like, they did bring back Johnny's friends. Yes. And so it seems like they're trying to give it a lot of nostalgic stuff in there. And they're trying to, you know, get, like, the characters people know. I think they said that season 3, Daniel's going to Okinawa for a little bit.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I do.
He's going to Okinawa. And I think he went there in Karate Kid 2, which we probably should have watched those movies again before we did this video, but this was a spontaneous video.
It was.
So they're going to go to Okinawa. I don't know how long that's going to be, if it's going to be like a whole season thing or just part of the season. I'd imagine part of the season. But yeah, what else is there?
If somehow Daniel and Johnny joined forces, right, and then Kreese tried to come in and make his own.
Well, it could be, like, to me, the way I see it happening.
But I feel like that's just too many things being created at that point.
Because at the end of season 2, Kreese has taken over Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
And so it seems like what's going to happen is that Johnny is going to go to Daniel.
Right.
And they're going to have their own thing. And I would think that some of the Cobra Kai students will go over there.
Yeah.
And so I think you will have that, like, butting heads going on. But that's once again where I don't know how Daniel's marriage is going to last. Being that literally the last thing in the season was her saying no more karate. And you know that's like, how does he end up in Okinawa? Like, he's obviously going to be training karate. So how do you reconcile that? Like, is it just going to, like, beginning of season 3, like, 2-minute conversation, honey, I need to do it. Okay, you're right. No, he has been totally slacking when it comes to the car dealership stuff. Like, there's a lot of tension there. And I don't want a divorce, but I just, like, feel like they're doing something there that scares me. Like, I don't know. You can't take the Karate Kid away from karate. That's just not going to happen. Like, you can't do that. And so I think that Johnny and him are going to have to team up a little bit and take on Kreese.
Really hope so.
I hope so, too. I'm excited for it.
Me too.
I'm just really pumped.
Can't wait till 2021, though.
2021. All these shows. Stupid coronavirus. But I'm just glad it's on Netflix. That's exciting. I can go rewatch the show. I'm probably not going to because I don't typically rewatch shows.
Me neither.
But you should go watch it.
Yes.
I just pointed at the laptop because I can see myself here. Up here.
You
should go watch Cobra Kai. Very good. Watch season 1. Watch season 2. Tell us what you think about it.
What your predictions are.
Yeah, what your predictions are. And we will see you later.
Yes.
Toodles.
Bye.